King bearing, why did you die?
When apologies make lousy parachutes.
Welcome to the Lone Wolfer Garage Moto Vlog. As always, I am your host, the Lone Wolfer, and I am not on one of my regular bikes. No, this is not Bonnie Belladina, it is not Michelle, and it is not the elusive Sora the Savage. This is something very different for this channel. This is a 2004 Aprilia Futura. I believe it is an RST 1000 or something like that. I'll put that up on the screen, the exact designation. But yeah, this bike is it's been in the Lone Wolfer Garage before. I've done some work on it a few years ago. I was tasked with bringing it back to life, making it roadworthy again. It needed brake, pads, it needed rotors, it needed the calipers actually unseized and rebuilt, it needed a new regulator rectifier, and the most annoying thing was the bearing in the rear wheel, which is on this bike called the King bearing, and it was shot, and when I was able to actually finally get it out, it was completely destroyed. And annoyingly, that bearing is actually what ran the speedometer, hence the reason why I have a digital speedometer on my phone. The tach still works, which is very useful if I don't have my speedometer up, because at least I have an idea of where I am at rev-wise. The most annoying and sad thing is that Aprilia no longer makes that particular King bearing, and there are no aftermarket ones to be found anywhere. I had been scouring the forums, and it's AF1 Racing or something like that. I talked to the guys there, and they were like, yeah, the last one basically got sold back in like 2021 or something like that, maybe even earlier. So yeah, they do not exist anymore. So I actually had to pack two bearings together and made it work. So now this bike is rideable, it is roadworthy, it is safe, just sans a speedometer. But why is this bike in my possession? Well, turns out that this bike was my father-in-law's, and he didn't want it in his garage anymore, and as a sort of form of payment for having done all that work for him, he gave me the bike, and he said I can do with it what I wish. And what I wish right now is to get a couple rides in on it, to actually experience what this bike has to offer. It is a sport touring bike, and I do have all the luggage. So I've got the two side cases and the top case. It is kind of ridiculous looking when the top case is on there, but all motorcycles with top cases are kind of ridiculous looking. And it is also like a big giant wind sail had to get on there. So I do not have it on there right now because I do not like riding with it on there. It's not my favorite thing. It's actually, it's pretty much up there with some of my least favorite things on the planet, because it's freaking annoying. But I can fit a whole lot of shit in there, including helmets, tents, sleeping bags, and other paraphernalia like that for traveling, hence the touring moniker. So that is what we have going on here in the Lone Wolfer Garage right now. I did have to do a little bit more to make it work correctly, because it was also missing a mirror slash turn signal, because it is a combo unit on these bikes. And my father-in-law was able to get a set of mirrors slash turn signals that typically go on a Vespa. I guess those parts are all interchangeable and are used on all the bikes. So just yeah, Vespa owners, remember that some of your parts are also on these big, beautiful, powerful Aprilia machines. Or may not still be, but they were at one point. So you have that in your back pocket if you ever need to pull it out. I'm gonna do some riding on this bike. Like today is actually National Motorcycle Day or something like that. It's also National Vermont Day, which are pretty good combo in days for me. We were in Vermont on Thursday, doing some basic white people shit and leaf peeping, getting some maple creamies, drinking some apple cider. You know, just being a New Englander. And yeah, so today is National Motorcycle Day, and I'm out on the bike. I did just joke with the She-Wolfer that maybe I'll take out all the bikes today. That is an option. But yeah, that does it for this one. I am going to go and continue cruising around the beautiful Connecticut River Valley, where I call home on this very powerful, very fast machine that really wants to go. Like every time I turn the throttle a little bit too much, the back end just kind of like kicks, and I'm just, God, fuck, that's so different than a Sportster or any Harley or the Suzuki. It's a whole lot of power in the palm of my hand. And yeah, go cruise around, enjoy this beautiful weather that we're having. It's about 70 degrees right now, which is fracking awesome. I'm also trying not to swear as much. I don't know, maybe it'll work for me, maybe it won't. I don't know. But yeah, if you like this one, give it a big old thumbs up. If you don't, keep on trucking. If you have any questions about this particular bike or why the hell I'm on it, beyond the fact that it was given to me as a form of payment, well, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. All right, rock on.